All righty, coaches. I'm literally going to time myself because it's your Sunday, and I want to make sure that the most I take away from you is 15 minutes. All right. So I'm sharing my screen. I am recording it. That way you guys can watch it from your comfort of your sofa. You guys don't have to come on, fix your hair or whatnot. Um, so I hope that this is a better way to communicate and yet still get the point across. All right, tomorrow we start Spring Camp 2024, and this is what we call our 15-point plan, which just walks us through a regular day, a week, gives us some information and some clarity going in tomorrow. All right, but before we start, I just want to let you guys know that I will be sending a session for every day of the week. So I will send you 5 sessions today through WhatsApp. Do those if you'd like. If you have an idea, if you have something you want to do, go ahead and do it. All right, go ahead and do it. Um, just make sure that it fulfills two ingredients, which is one, the kids go home talking about your session and who you are, and they want to come back. All right. And two, making sure that the kids have a great time in their time off from school and everything else. I feel like we play a major role in the development of kids. All right. So the start date is March 25th. That's tomorrow. The spring camp dates are March 25th through the 29th. Um, there is no holidays in between those. Usually winter camp has a couple holidays. Thanksgiving camp obviously breaks the week, but this is a full week, 5 days. All right. These are the coaches. Me, Coach Gabe, Coach Byron, Coach Alex, Coach Corey, Coach Noah, Coach Shay, and our administrator, Juliana. Okay. 8 a.m. Camp opens up. We should all be there at 8 a.m. All right. If you're not there by 8 a.m., then we're late. All right. Arrive, greet everyone, say hello to everyone, create that atmosphere between the coaches. Registration tent and table setup is the first thing that we are looking to do so that Juliana can receive the campers coming in. Then we go onto the field and we set up 8 fields, which I will show you in a second. We get the most rigged. The biggest thing first is the goals, then the cones, then the bibs, and then whatever else things you might need for that day. All right. Then we allow the kids to play. Then we go into our exercise setup, and the routine continues to happen, and you add your own twist. All right. In the morning, help campers to their group. The youngest ones are on field 1 and 2, all the way to field 8, which in this case, it will be Coach Byron. I will tell you which groups you guys will have. And remember to help out with the social media by just taking pictures yourself or telling your counselors to take pictures and sending them to us. Really, this is for the counselors. All right. They should be sending in 5 pictures or videos so that we can create content. All right. Now that we have Natalia, who's doing a great job with our social media. Um, Part 2 of 6, parent registration and drop off. All right. So registration is through Playmetrics. At the moment, we have 64 campers total for the week. Their parents are going to drop them off. They're going to direct to Juliana, who is going to be in front of field 2 or in the building of field 2. All right. And when the players arrive, preferably we want someone to walk them to the field, someone from their car to us, from us to their car. We don't ever want a camper to go by themselves into the car or from the car to us. We want to make sure we monitor that. We want to make sure it's there in the morning. Parents usually do that. We're at 4 minutes. Here it is. Here is the stamp for who is going to be coaching what groups. All right. I will be responsible for groups 1 and 2. Coach Shay is going to be group 3. Coach Noah is going to be group 5. Coach Corey is going to be group 6, and Coach Alex is going to be sorry, Coach Corey, Group 5, and Coach Alex, Group 6. Coach Byron, you're going to be taking on the older kids, and you're going to be doing field 7 and 8. All right. Remember that campers will be placed in their groups based on age. All right. How old are you? 14, Coach Byron. 10 between Coach Corey and Coach Noah, even Coach Alex. All right. If you're 8 and you're good, maybe start them at Coach Shea. So now you know how to direct the players. All right. If you guys want, you guys can take a screenshot of this and just save this in your photos so that you guys can have tomorrow and you know exactly where each coach is. All right. Group 1 is composed of 5-year-olds, 6-year-olds, 7-year-olds. Group 2, 5, 6, 7, 8. Group 3, Coach Shea. You're composed of kids of the ages of 8, 9, and 10. Coach Noah, 9, 10, some 11 who just started playing. Coach Corey, you're at the better you 9s, 10s, 11s, and 12s. The 12s that are just starting off. Coach Alex, you are probably going to be dealing with the ages of 11, 12, and the ones who are just starting 13, and they're not going to step on a player and hurt them. And Coach Byron, you're going to be dealing with the advanced players and the players ages 14, 13, most likely, and then the very talented 12, 11, and even some 10. All right. And then the final determining factor after the age is the skill level. All right. As soon as it gets there, if they're above your skill level overall, send them up. If they're below it, send them down. We'll eat and drink as a group. All right. All of us together, we will try to go into, I am guilty of going over the time. But for the most part, out of the 5 days, 4 of those days, I try to break at 10:45 so that we are all in unison. So snack break is at 10:45 and all the way up to 11:11. Let's see how many counselors we have so that we can have a counselors versus groups 7 and 8 tomorrow, and see if we can set that up so that we can have entertainment in between snack break. And Corey, maybe you can pump the kids up for that. You know, I think you're the youngest coach, so we need your spark, man. So if during snack break we can go and challenge group 7 and 8, and you gather the counselors and you guys play a nice game against each other, that'll be amazing. And if the coaches are up for it, maybe we can play group 6 and 5, or if there's enough girls counselors, they can play against group 6 and 5, and we can play against group 3, 4, 2, and 1. All right, but let's have a little bit of fun this spring break camp. Here is 4 of 6 training. All right, we're at 8 minutes. Players schedule. Players will be provided with their own training space in their particular group. That's you guys. You guys know which group you guys will be in. We are going to try to have groups of no more than 5v5. That's 10 kids. 6v6, 12, or 7v7, 14. All right, so we are going to we're going to draw players. So we don't go above 7v7 unless everyone's at max capacity. That means that group 1 has 3v3 and 3v3. That's 12. 12 and 12. That's 24. So I have 24 kids. Coach Noah has 10 kids. 10, 10, 10, 10, 10. So we're all maxed out. Then we would raise to 6v6 and so forth. But I cannot be with 10 kids and you guys are maxed out. We got to bring them down or push them up, but we got to maximize the field space if we have to. Bathroom break. Campers will be walked to the bathroom individually or in groups by the camp counselors. And all of you guys have done camp before, so this is just a revision of it. This is just a study group right now, right? We're just going over and just dusting it off and making sure that tomorrow when we arrive, we're not like, oh, camp is here, like crap. All right, we had a 15-minute conversation about it. Bathroom. Campers will be walked to bathroom individually or in groups by camp volunteers. I suggest the camp volunteers every 45 minutes. Does anyone need to go to the bathroom? All right. Because if you just do it randomly, then the counselor is just going to be back and forth and not able to help you. The bathroom that we're going to use is in between fields 3 and 4, and we have contactless sink, contactless stalls, so that we minimize any germs passed around or whatnot. All right, the kids say a good job when they score so much and everything that we just want to make sure to keep any colds or germs going. Water refills, group assigned volunteer for water stations. So your volunteers are going to be doing the same thing with the bathrooms as with the waters. In that case, if a kid's run out of water, we don't wait for 45 minutes to refill. We immediately send the counselor to refill their water. All right. Next, 5 of 6, half day pickup and lunch. All right, so half day pickup. Let's be done by 11:50. All right, so plan your training according. When we come back at 11:11 or 11:20, that you guys use those last. It's 40 minutes, but if we finish at 11:50, right, it's 30. So you have half an hour to allow them to play, allow them to show you that they've learned what you taught them, and try to be done by 11:50 so you can use those 10 minutes. By the time the clock hits 12, ideally your group is sitting under in front of the building, all right, together. Juliana knows that that's group 6, and we're monitoring. If we're at that specific point by 12 p.m., that is great. Tell campers to pick up equipment and leave it organized on the field, and the counselors will come and pick it up. All right. Walk kids together in the group and sit them in their group, and then monitor sign out. All right. We got everything else over there, and if we do that, and when we've done that, we literally clear out by 12, by 12:08, 12:10 latest, right? But if they just come out, and I'm giving you reasons why, we should do this. If they just come out randomly, one, we don't know where they're sitting. They start getting tangled up. Groups are mixed up. Now, Juliana has to do a little bit better job, or more work in recognizing the kids and seeing the kids, and this is a 1 week thing. It's not a 9 week. By the end of 9 weeks, we know every kid. But in 1 week, it's going to be hard to memorize everyone, although most of them are from Select. All right. So if we walk them there, sit them there, help monitor them out, we get out essentially quicker out of there, right? While the counselors are picking up the equipment and everything else. And the full day is going to be either eating outside or eating inside, but they're going to start eating their lunch. All right. And 6 of 6, full day pickup. And this only pertains to Coach Byron. And if there's an overflow of it, it's going to be Coach Shea. But full day pickup, parents will pick up campers via drive-through format. In full day, sometimes the parents arrive early, 3:45, and they get out and literally walk to the bench and see them play for a little bit. So if that's the case, then obviously you hand them off, but make sure you're signing them out. Once the camp ends, collect everything from the field, bibs in the washer for the following day, and the garage organized. That's very important. It's really important to me, but it's more important, I think, to the club to make sure that garage stays as we walk into it on Monday. All right. And if it is not, then we are definitely going to hear it. So make sure that we leave the garage exactly how we found it. Inclement weather. When inclement weather approaches, we'll go inside the building. When it passes, we'll go back outside. As if it's an all day thing, we'll communicate with the parents. We'll let them know that they're more than free to pick them up. If not, we'll be in the building. Camp disrespect, and we have 14 minutes. It is parents' responsibility to help us keep the camp positive. All right, as much as is our responsibility. All right, 1 verbal warning, 2nd verbal warning, call parent to pick them up. All right, depending on the situation. We hope we don't get to that, but it happens. And lastly, couple quotes. All right, and this says summer camp 2022, but it's actually a very special spring break camp for me because it will be my last one. And this has been a camp that we've grown significantly, and it's because of you coaches, the coaches previous to you guys, and everyone's efforts in just collaborating to make sure the kids that chose us to spend their break with um have a great time and grow as people. All right. So thank you very much. And I'll see you guys tomorrow. All right. And that's 1458.